Monday. I can't think of any A words right now. Yeah, so today is crazy. um, I'm, you know what? I'm too tired to hold this. You're getting placed. Yeah. I am, doing two jobs today. I don't know, I've not spoken, before this, which is why my voice sounds like it's going through a wood chipper. But okay, so focus. My, school that I teach with gave me, stop yawning. My school that I teach with gave me my schedule for this week, and it's a little bit annoying. I'm working Monday tonight until 10 p.m., 6 to 10 p.m., so double back-to-back evening classes. And then Thursday, 11 to 2, and then Saturday, like 10 to 5. So basically misery. But at the same time, money. And then last night I got a translation request from my usual company that I work with. And I'm just in the process of doing the word count right now, because before I start the project, I need to give them my price quote and there's a fly in here. My price quote and the time that I think it will take me to finish it. And pricing for translation is often by word of the source document. So I have to get a word count for everything. And I have a word count for this document, but I don't think it's the right word count. So I need to go through and kind of filter out some of the things that are catching. Like, I don't need to translate all of the source lines. So that's like that's inflating the word count a little bit. And I'm trying to be honest, so take those out if I can. But then also, the client told me in her intro message that she had translated some of the text from English into French, so I don't need to translate those. I just need to find the original sources in the footnotes. And I looked through the entire document that she sent me, and there are no footnotes. So I don't know yet what she translated from English and what I therefore do not have to translate back, but I still have to count those sections as part of the text. This is a little bit inside baseball here. When you have something as a translator, as an independent translator, and you're setting up your price quote, when you have something that is kind of a mixed media of things that are original language written by the client, and then you have things that were maybe translated from a language into French that you can then have to translate back, you have different rates per word. So if you have, I'm giving you a totally random example here. If you have like original text that's maybe 6,000 words, you might charge 10 cents per word for translation. And then if you have something that was translated by a non-professional, you might say, okay, I'll do 5 cents a word, because I still need to check that your translation from English into French was correct. And also, I need to be able to find these sources that you used, because that's not always easy. So that's like research and time that you're spending on there as well. And then if you're editing something that someone translated into your target language, you might say it will be 3 cents a word, just because it goes faster than translating yourself, but you do still have to pay attention to it. And you do have to still have to be, I can't speak. You do still have to be quite like exacting with, I'm imagining a magnifying glass for some reason, although I would never use a magnifying glass on my computer. That sounds like too many screens at the same time. Anyway, so I've asked the client if she can send me the original English sources that she used in a different way, so that I can get her an accurate word count and then start earning more money. Ooh. So that'll be cool. And then I have to, okay, so game plan. See, this is the trickiness about when you're balancing multiple jobs, as I know anybody with multiple jobs is familiar with. So I have work in the evening. I have two options for getting there. I can either leave an hour before I'm supposed to be there. So I'm supposed to be there at 5:30 because I'm also starting to train someone new to start teaching. And so I need to give him an intro. So I need to be there at 5:30. I could either leave at 4:30, take the train to about 15 minutes away, and then walk 15 minutes there, which would mean that I would have to go out for a walk in the neighborhood beforehand so I can get my step count up before that, because there's no way I'm going to get my step count. I'm going to walk anywhere significantly at 10 p.m. I'm just going to be too tired. So I can either eat something now, because I haven't eaten yet. I can either eat something now, go for a walk pretty much just after, come back, do a little bit more work. Hopefully the client will have responded with the text question. Put stuff together, maybe clean up a little bit. My fucking earring rack fell down again. It's supposed to be there. It fell down again. Thankfully this time while I was awake. I think it might be just too heavy for a single command hook. Maybe it's worth looking into 2 command hooks, or maybe I try to find a stronger option on in some home improvement shop. I don't know. Maybe I end up drilling a nail in there. I don't have a drill though. And I'm a renter, so that makes me nervous. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I just scooped everything up and put it on the table, and that's for another day. But that's one option. Go for a walk now and then shower so I don't smell like walk going to work. Or I can leave at 4 p.m. and walk for about 50 minutes to get to a train line that would then bring me straight to work, which carries the risk of smelling a little bit sweaty when I get there. So I'm kind of leaning toward the first option. Go for a walk, come home, shower, and then take the slightly different option. So I just realized I'm going to have to take the subway right smack in the middle of rush hour. So that'll be fun. No, it should be okay. I'm at the end of the train line, so it's pretty easy for me to like wait at least for trains to go by before I can get onto one that has a seat open that's away from people. Usually. Anyway. That's the thing. And then, okay. Eat something. And I'll watch John Oliver, because, duh. Go for a walk. It's a nice day out. That'll be nice. Come back and shower. And do whatever else needs doing. Yeah, go to work. Teach. Come home. I'm going to have to figure out what to eat at some point, because if you work 6 to 10 p.m., you're missing like the traditional dinner time in France is 8 p.m. And I can't do that. Maybe I can stop at a store and pick something up. I can nibble in between classes. I don't like doing that. But I also don't like eating super late, because then you're not like digesting before you go to bed. Decisions. This is what happens when you don't delete old footage from your memory card. It gets full and then it cuts you off. Anyway, I don't think I was saying anything particularly interesting. I'm gonna start doing all of that stuff that I just said I was gonna do. Right, so I'm out for my walk. I've come to the castle because I don't have to think about where to go. I know the streets. I can almost go there on autopilot and still be thinking about other stuff. So I got a response from my client. She said, what did she say? She said the footnotes that she was talking about are actually just anytime there's source listed. So now I have to go through, pick out every single source thing, and go look to see if the source is published in English or in French. So that's going to take a little bit of time as well. Luckily, I don't have to justify every single every single word that I'm categorizing as written in French or translated into French. I don't have to give a list of like this versus that. I just give a final quote. So, and I'm saying this because sometimes there'll be a paragraph where there's like, it's all just taken, oh, thank you, bug flying up my nose. Sometimes it'll just be a paragraph that's taken directly from the website and translated into English, and then that whole thing I can just go find the paragraph as is, and that's just a transfer back. And sometimes it's a Frankenstein,
they've taken information or they've changed up the structure of it all, and I have to decide what in the English is relevant, which is a little bit more work. But I don't have to give an itemized justification for one versus the other. Just give like the solid thing. The only thing that makes me a little bit worried is that they asked me to deliver the whole thing in a week. So thankfully I have some days off from AOA today. I'm not going to be there every single day. So I will have some time to work on it, but I also got like, I'm supposed to go see Laurence on Wednesday. I'm supposed to go like do errands or something. So, well, depending on the word count that I end up with, it could be a bit of a rush job. So I've got to finish this walk, go home and shower real quick, and then try to knock up, bless you, my watch just buzzed at me. I got my watch working again, but I'm going to have to knock up a word count so then I can kind of dress out how long it'll take me, and if I'm going to then charge them a rush fee, which could be fun. But we'll get to that in about, I'm going to guess, 45 minutes. Oh, yeah. No, 50 minutes. Give myself time to, like, properly shower, not a rush shower. Anyway, here's the castle through construction. It's lovely. The mowing here, the lawn mowing here has gotten so arbitrary. Like a pathway here and a pathway there in the grass. I don't really get it. Meanwhile, all of this is still very overgrown, and I'm just confused. Literally just walked in the door, which is why my face is rouge, blushed, red, and sweaty. I'm going to run right over to the shower and start that going. I forgot to say, I also, as I was eating, edited the weekend's video, Saturday and Sunday, that I put together as one, and started it uploading, and it is at 12% after an hour, so this is going to be a long one. In any case, I now have, let's see, I have to leave at 4:30. It's practically 3 o'clock now, so I have to water on, and the sink has started dripping. I really need to get someone in to fix that. Alright, so I have an hour and a half to shower, redo, well, I didn't do my makeup, but do my makeup, get dressed, get like other things ready, get my bag ready, get a price quote for this thing. Oh my, today is go, go, go. That's alright. It's like, it's the contrast of like 3 months of practically nothing with little hints of activity here and there. And then Monday, pedal to the metal. Woof. Okay. It's fine. Everything's under control. All will be well. I'm also going to have some tea and a little snack because I want it after the shower, not before or during the shower. In fact, I'm going to fill up the kettle and then shower and then come out, start the kettle going. She's a planner. I just got out of the shower and sat down in front of my computer to try to get through this word count, price quote process. And I got an email from a job that I applied for like weeks ago saying, hey, can you do this, what's it called, what's it called when you proofread? Can you do this proofreading test by tomorrow and send it back to us? And then I got another email, oh, and can you also write us a short cover letter? I was just like, how many things do I have to do today? Oh man, I'm going to be up until 2 a.m. easily. People are being very loud outside. Well, at least I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Okay, so pray for me. Okay, yes, all right. So I am slightly more in control. I have managed to put together a price quote for the job that they want me to do. And I said, like, it would be better if you're asking for me to do it by Monday, because I need to, like, format everything as well. Friday, I didn't say that I would have to charge them a rush fee, but I didn't say that I wouldn't either. That's something that's going to come up soon. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for shoes. Oops, I knocked a different shoe off. I'm going to wear shoes with birds on them today. Stop me. You can't stop me. Everything's falling over. This is bad. Okay, it is 4:41. Okay, so I technically have just enough time to get to work. Although, because I'm arriving, this is not good practice, and I do not necessarily condone this. And I'm trying to put on a shoe one-handed, and this is going to be difficult. Okay, so because I'm arriving at 5:30 to talk to a trainee, the arrival time is slightly, I'm trying to pull on a shoe, the arrival time is slightly more flexible because it's not a client who has like, like the promise of professionalism. Obviously I want to be professional all the time, but it's a little bit looser when I am the one who is training someone new. So, I mean, I'm only going to be, I think, 5 minutes late because I just want to dip into a shop and grab, like, something that I can eat in between, like, on break or something at, like, 9 p.m. I don't know yet. Okay, I'm going to keep talking to you while putting on my mask to go to the metro. Am I Navigo? Yes. All right, so the price quote has been sent and is now waiting for approval, although I'm almost certain that they will approve it. So that just leaves me to start it whenever I can when I get back. I also said that I would do the test, the proofreading test. So I'm really sorry, you can't see my mouth right now. Here. I'm going to print out, the test at work so that I can look at it on my way home, start circling things, and just kind of use my it's going to be 15-minute walk, so 35-minute train ride to my advantage. See, that's how you think when you have multiple jobs to do at the same time. How do you fit different jobs in here and there? This is always the thing with the gig economy. You have like practically nothing for weeks. Maybe you have a baseline of work for weeks, and then suddenly you have like 3 or 4 things that spike up all at once. Stressful? A touch, but, money. So, I'm going to leave my computer going, but muted, so it continues to upload the video, because the weekend altogether is like 30 minutes. Oops. And I think I need a jacket. I'm not cold at the moment, but I'm going to be. Actually, I think I'm just going to carry it over my arm for now. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. You want to go? You ready to go? Did you go to the bathroom? Phone, wallet, keys, hand sanitizer, mask? Great. Okay, let's go. Well, I am now leaving work at 11 p.m. Well, quarter to 11. Still. I ended up training someone to teach the classes for like 4 hours. And then, my phone is buzzing. Weird. And then it took a little time to like debrief afterwards. So I have officially said that I was working until 10:30, which is not a lie, and it's also extra money. And then I ate some soup. Here it is. That I am about to throw out because for some reason the kitchen garbage is gone, and I don't want to put stinky, smelly garbage in the hallway where people walk by every day, if that makes sense. I'm just going to take it out with me and throw in the garbage on the street. I have my proofreading papers for the train that I've printed out. I know it's not very eco-friendly, but when you're proofreading, sometimes you need a hard copy. I've learned this the hard way. I had such an infuriating moment on the train to come here. I was like sitting in on the train you have sets of 2 seats facing 2 seats, in like close proximity, and they're diagonally marked off. So if you're in this seat is marked off, and then opposite, that seat is available, and this seat is marked off. So you have like people sitting kitty corner from each other. And this woman and I were sitting kitty corner from each other, which means, according to the rules of the train, no one else should sit in that foursome for as long as there's a COVID worry. And this dude just sat down across from me next to her, blatantly not caring about social distancing. And I was far enough away from him that it wasn't, necessarily betraying my social distancing, but the woman that he sat next to was clearly so uncomfortable. She was too shy to say anything. So I was just like, dude, there's someone sitting here, like, that's not social distance. And he was just like, oh, it doesn't matter. And I was like, what the fuck, it doesn't matter. It's for everybody's safety or something, which I don't love that I'm just spouting out these like very trite lines. But at the same time, I was furious because he clearly just didn't care about this woman's comfort levels. And I'm not, okay, I'm not going to say that like all ability needs to be like visibly manifested. Like if you're physically disabled but you don't look it, it doesn't mean that you're any less physically disabled. I will well and truly happily say that. But I couldn't see anything wrong with him, and it just made me like, it was just such a stupid reason. It was just a stupid, selfish guy, I think. In the end, I don't know his story. Maybe he had something going on. I don't know, but he was immediately belligerent and just rude and gross. And eventually, the woman just got up and left because she was so uncomfortable. And he just kind of sat there, and he kept like trying to talk at me later. And I was just like, no, she's gone, so we're done. I'm not engaging with you anymore. But he just made me so furious. And that's the reason that I don't like taking the train all day every day. It's because there's so many of those people who just don't care about you. Like, I'm about to go on the train now. I'm about to go walk to the train. And when I get there, if there's no seats open and nowhere like safe to stand, I'm gonna let it go by and catch the next one. I'm not trying to force my presence on people who don't know where I've been, how sick I am or I'm not. Ugh. People infuriate me. Men, most of the time, as it happens. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and work some more. Okay, we can do it. I don't need my sunglasses anymore, but if they're on my face, they don't get smushed in my bag. Logic. It's the next day. Basically, I got home like 11:30, quarter to midnight, something like that. Yeah, I just didn't have the energy to pull out the camera and talk to it. I was also, I got home and had to like decompress for a second, and then had to, like, at midnight, pull open my computer and start editing this proofreading test that the company wanted me to do, which, by the way, is now done and sent off. All of that. Don't know if I have high hopes for it. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll never get a response again. But someone's calling me. Hang on. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm just having a hard time getting going. All of my energy this morning was spent on finishing that test that I had to start last night at midnight. And at some point, it was like a 6-page long test, and I only got through page 1 before my head started. Toaster's gone. Before my head started nodding, and it was just wasn't gonna go. So I decided just go to bed, wake up refreshed, attack it then. Great. But then, as I'm kind of rounding out, coming to the end of this test, I decided this week is going to be a little bit crazy for me. I've had a test, I've had translations, I have to visit Laurence, I have like other errands and stuff that needs to be done, to be run. Yeah. I have like teaching to do, and I think it's going to be a little bit too much of a headache to try to film every single day, edit and upload every single day as well. So I think I'll edit and upload this one as a standalone, and then if there's anything else to record in the rest of the week, I'll pop out my camera, but I think it might just be a cohesive, a week-long thing, because I think otherwise I'm just not going to have enough mental energy to do day by day every single thing. So that's the update. Don't expect something every single day for this week. I don't know if I can promise it. I'll do what I can. Anyway, that means that I'm going to edit. I'm going to round. Oh, I can't do this anymore. See, I need a break. I'm going to end this video, edit it, start uploading, and then get to like the translations. And actually, first I'm going to eat. I'm going to edit and eat at the same time. Anyway, you don't need to know all the details. Goodbye.